This is a pretty famous issue, but you're just not ready for it. You're just not ready for how weird this thing is. At one point, Aunt May was the herald of Galactus. Yes, now technically it's Earth 8417, but in our hearts, we know it's Earth 616. But how did this happen? Well, Galactus's previous herald, Nova, died. And Galactus's hunger is mighty and unsatiable, like me and my coffee. Hot, 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 too hot. And Galactus, in need of a new herald, senses a suitable candidate on Earth. We then cut to the circus, where Peter Parker has taken Aunt May. And there, coincidentally, they run into the Fantastic Four. I really like the Thing's reaction here. And he really gets so snippy when the Four get called to deal with galactic business. You know, lately, I've begun to believe that the Thing might be one of the most underrated Marvel characters there is. And I know he's very popular, but the Fantastic Four has not really been that big of a deal for decades. But the more comics I read starring the Thing, I'm like, no, this guy may very well be the heart and soul of Marvel. And I know the fact that the Thing is in many ways Jack Kirby's avatar in the Marvel universe means that it kind of was the heart and soul of the Marvel universe. Peter, sensing that Franklin wants to have fun, quickly changes into Spider-Man. See, Franklin wants to stay at the circus, but the Fantastic parents have to leave to deal with Galactus, so vouches for Aunt May to babysit. And while the four are away, Galactus attacks Franklin Richards, because he wants him to be his new herald. But instead, Aunt May runs in front of the laser and becomes the golden oldie. And Franklin convinces Galactus to, instead of eat planets, eat Twinkies. The presence of Twinkies, so prominently featured in this comic, implies that, one, it may have been an ad, and two, very possibly, the writer didn't really have any ideas and looked over his desk and saw a Twinkie wrapper. Then Aunt May feeds every Twinkie on Earth to Galactus. Satisfied with her performance, she goes on the road for him. Finds a planet-sized Twinkie. It was created by a cosmic Pillsbury doughboy. Apparently has the ability to create planet-sized pastry snacks, and Galactus immediately hires the doughboy on as his new herald, allowing May to return to Earth and her human form, before Galactus quickly returns to Earth to ask for some milk. Anyways, it turns out it was just Peter's dream. It turns out to be the comics editor's dream, and actually it turns out to be Jim Shooter's dream. In reality, it was actually Stan Lee's dream, and in reality, it was actually Galactus's dream, and Nova's still alive. It was actually the collective dream of Readerland USA. So I laughed, and I laughed legitimately.